After the closing bell, Tesla reported that the company performed worse than expected, and expectations were low. Sagging sales, plummeting stock prices, dwindling profits, cratering brand image, and then compounded by political protests and recalls. This has been an ugly start to 2025 for Tesla. The company's revenues have decreased over 10%, from 21 billion down to 19.3. If you break out the car sales from Tesla's other revenue streams, the picture worsens. Vehicle sales have slumped a whopping 20% from last year. In Germany, where the Model Y was the #1 selling car for 2023 and was battling for the #1 selling car in 2024, surpassing the homegrown hero, the VW Golf, the ICE version, internal combustion engine version. The sales of the American EV have plummeted. Literally, they have fallen off the proverbial cliff. Deliveries are down 62% from the previous quarter, and this is where Tesla's most technologically advanced factory is, Berlin. In China, where the Model Y was the best-selling EV for 2023, beating out government and Warren Buffett-backed BYD. Sales have dropped 31% from the previous quarter. And this is the country where Tesla's most prolific factory is, producing the most Model Ys of all the 4 factories. And that's Giga Shanghai. And here in the US, sales and registrations have dropped over 12% year to year. And if you compare it to last quarter, it's down in the 30s as well. And Tesla has the capacity in the 2 factories here in America to make a huge number of vehicles. In fact, Elon once bragged that Giga Texas could produce 250,000 Cybertrucks in 1 year. And speaking of the Cybertruck, Tesla's highly anticipated Halo model, this has seen a 2 million unit pre-order cycle dwindle to less than 50,000 deliveries total. Now, if you look here, Tesla has produced 362,000 vehicles this quarter. That's 70,000 less than the quarter before. And deliveries, it's just delivered 336,000. That's 51,000 less than what they delivered the previous year. So what we're looking at is, for the first time in 3 years, Tesla has sold less vehicles than the previous year, and the company earnings for this year are heading completely in the wrong direction. All this while EV sales, for the most part, are up for every manufacturer. Now, I've already shown you how the stock was handling this earnings call, but if you compare the stock price from the beginning of the year to now, it has seen a decline of almost 50%. And now with this earnings report, it's going to be questionable whether the stock is going to sustain its numbers the way it is. Elon Musk's foray into polarizing politics has resulted in severe damage to his company that boasted the highest brand loyalty of any car manufacturer last year. This is a company that took an American car from draft table and design to global domination in 3 years. That's right, the Model Y went from a concept to actually being the #1 selling car in the world in 3 years. This is the company that built a gull-wing 6-seat SUV that can smoke supercars in a quarter-mile drag race. They have created a sleek luxury sedan that can sprint from 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds flat. And they've created this: a stainless steel, drive-by-wire, 4-wheel steering, bulletproof pickup truck that looks like it rolled out of the cargo hold of a Federation shuttlecraft. But the coolness factor, the coolness cachet of the Tesla brand is now sullied. It's mired in a miasma of protests and political derision. The stock may survive this earnings report, but has irreversible damage been done to the brand? Despite the bad news, it seems like Tesla is forging ahead with a positive outlook for the future. First, in its earnings report, it touted that the Cybercab was online to be coming out in a matter of months. And sightings of the satin gold 2-seater tooling around Giga Texas autonomously without chase cars has been posted on YouTube for the last week. Once operational, this will be a game changer. Autonomous taxis were a long-held dream of rideshare giant Uber and Lyft. And Mag 7 titans Apple and Google have always been flirting with designs to bring that to fruition. But Waymo, the biggest player in the driverless taxi pool, will have its hands full with the Cybercab. FSD has been operational for years and has logged millions of miles. And with over 1 million vehicles feeding Tesla's AI, the technology will be a robust competitor. Second is Tesla's new gigacasting press. Now, gigacasting is a process used to create alloy molds of its vehicles to reduce welding and excess parts. And it's getting a significant boost by its newer gigapress that has been reported to be capable of cranking out one vehicle every 3 seconds. This bodes well for the company producing the sub $30,000 EV that Wall Street has been clamoring for, and projecting that this will launch Tesla into the stratosphere once an affordable Tesla car is available for the masses. And third, AI, with full self-driving being at the forefront. Even the company's detractors have to reluctantly admit that the system, at its worst, is functional. And literally, if they're being totally honest, it is good to remarkable. Tesla uses AI also in its design, in its sales, production, servicing, Customer service, my app, when I go in there just to see it, when the recall came out for the Cybertruck, I wanted to see if I was a part of it because I received no notification. And actually an AI assistant was in the app, and it literally informed me that I had nothing to worry about with my truck. It was a small number in the hundreds that were affected, and the ones coming from the factory that had this questionable bonding material, structural bonding material, they were actually repairing that at the factory. And I have a video here where it shows that, here in Giga, Texas, you'll see that this section has been removed. So anyway, that's how they use AI just for the user experience. But this gives them a competitive edge over the likes of BYD and legacy car manufacturers. Tesla can build cars cheaper, faster, with higher margins than the competition. And when other manufacturers are spending billions of dollars in advertising, Tesla relies on AI to build out sales models. So with that picture is looking good as well. And fourth is what was just reported last night, and I'm posting it in this video. Elon has announced that he will step back from his work with DOGE and the current presidential administration. So enough said about that. Fifth, and this is the most important one, the new refreshed Model Y for 2025. Poor sales for Q1 can be attributed to the anticipation of this replacement model. Production lines had to be scaled back on all 4 factories, Fremont, Austin, Berlin, and Shanghai, to make way for the new car. Buyers looking for the newest iteration of the best-selling car in the world could probably have been holding back, waiting for the new hotness to drop.
I drive the new hotness.
And it is by far the best offering Tesla has built to date. Clean, futuristic, clean styling, futuristic, packed with technology, and priced less than a RAV4 Prime after the federal tax credit. So, can this one car deliver in the face of the headwinds that Tesla faces? We'll know that answer when Q2 2025 results are released in just another 3 months. But if you're interested in seeing my review of the Model Y and to see if it is indeed good enough to restore Tesla's brand image, check out the next video.